Hello and welcome to Purchase Broadcast Studios. I'm your host, Holly Hamilton. After the death of at least 8 people in connection to ICE since the start of the year, activists are demanding the permanent removal of ICE and Customs and Border Protection from towns and cities across the U.S. For the first action, a strike was carried out across the nation on January 30th. That meant no work, no school, and no shopping. At 12 p.m., Purchase students gathered behind the clock tower to participate in the protest against ICE. Although it was an extremely cold day and classes proceeded as usual, students still attended. We asked students how they felt about the Purchase community coming together to protest and where do they think the protest would have been most effective. Here's what they had to say.
We're at a time in our country where it's like a real turning point on like what the direction the future goes in. And there's a lot of bigotry going on out here, and there's a lot of, division going on. And I think that there's strength in numbers, and I think like the only way to really change something starts by like doing something as small as protesting on your college campus. So I think that more people need to take that lead and have that same courage.
I think it's really important to have on campus, especially after there were so many shutdowns of previous protests about Israel and Palestine. And I know that there was one earlier in the year that happened like after school hours that somehow was like disregarded by the faculty and told to leave. So I think it's really important that the Purchase community persists to have our voices heard, even if we're disregarded until we can't be disregarded anymore, until we can't be silenced.
Yeah. In nature, I honestly really commend people that went out and go do that. I think it's a really cool thing to do. But I think there was a lack of, overarching knowledge to, the whole campus. Because honestly, until maybe the day of I saw it happening when I was going to class, I didn't know anything. So I was like, damn, what are all these people doing at the clock tower? I know about, the people not wanting to, go out and buy things and, things like that. I try to participate as much as I can, but I wasn't able to go to the protest.
I think it's necessary, especially on our college campus with our student demographic and just any college campus.
I think it's very courageous, especially since it's kind of warranted that they want us to be silent about these type of issues. I think it's important, especially because it brings more attention if you were able to actually speak up about this. I think a lot of the times people ask what would you do at certain points in history, and I think that them being able to gather around to collectively and join in an important time, I think that's very beautiful and brave, and I think it's very necessary.
I have a little bit of a hot take. I think that to tell people sometimes to you shouldn't be able to you shouldn't go to school these days, or you shouldn't be able to buy things these days, sometimes comes from a really privileged place. I'm not gonna lie, because some people, I'm an EOP student, I pay a lot of money to come here. I don't have the privilege to just not go to school, and now I'm failing my classes, and now I'm paying money out of pocket to have nothing to show for it. I'm not in a financial position where I'm able to do that.
It's like ICE is going everywhere. I mean, it's going to New York City, it's going to your small town, you know what I mean? So, ICE isn't choosing, just the big, they're targeting everywhere, they're targeting everybody. So I think, wherever you choose to make your stand, it doesn't matter because, once again, you're still making a stand,
I think, I don't know, I like it. It makes me a little proud. A little proud of this school, okay?
I think walks or coming together is more important than not coming together at all. So I don't think it matters where you go. I think it just matters what you're doing in that moment.